a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, rocking our bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. Oh, we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
Sa MSK ni subong makaya ni sila namon bisan duwa import nila nga Koreano kay kami isa lagi kami ka lugar subong kag communicate kami mayo kag isagit kami ka sagit ga-work kami as a team dako gid chance sa mga magdaog sila bala na namon ang hampang sang tatlo nila kapod ang duwa na lang tun-an namon.
Magandang hapon sa mga summoners! Ako po si Vulcan, kasama ko si Chisto. Kami magiging shoutcasters nyo pupuntang Week 3 ng Day 1.
Yeah, and alam mo ba't excited ako ngayon, Vulcan? Kasi after Week 2, quick recap, para sa lahat nanonood, nung Week 2, wala nang natirang team na undefeated. So what that means is sobrang competitive at sobrang taas talaga ng level ng competition sa PGS where I think kahit sinong team, kayang talunin kahit sino.
What makes you say that, Chisto? Because I think we have to give a short recap of Week 2 and what happened to our viewers.
Kasi, diba last week we saw there were teams that still weren't defeated yet, and moving into Week 3, now everyone has a loss, so that means everyone has that clear weakness that teams can exploit, and now teams will be looking out for, in their future matchups, can they exploit this? And now moving into Week 3, of course, our first matchup between MSK and AEX. AEX bouncing back after starting the first week 0-2, immediately 2-0 week 2, and now they have momentum, and you're gonna need momentum if ang kaharap mo MSK, because MSK is very strong. In my opinion right now, in the PGS, even though MSK is hovering around the second spot, I think MSK is still the clear top team, where everyone else is still kind of a question mark.
And as Awaken said, remember, he does know that there are imports on MSK's side, and let's see, will the Pride of Iloilo to do well against the imports of MSK? But here are the standings for the 2018 PGS Spring Split. And so far, TNC will be ranked first, and followed by, you can see everything there. But will this be the week though, Chisto, that malay mo, we'll see a change in the standings? Because we have a lot of tiebreakers, yung dalawang 2 plays, yung tatlong 4 plays. I think at this point in the Week 3, you can't hide anything anymore, and we'll see difference.
Yeah, and gaya nga nung sinabi ni Awaken ng interview niya, one thing I'd like to point out is yung cons na pag nagdala ka ng import, merong language barrier. Compared sa AEX, magkakasama sila doon, and your communication will always be on point. So
it's always better when you're with your friends when playing in a shop. Whether you'll be, bashing each other, at least you're doing it together.
Yeah, and nagkakaintindihan kayo.
At least.
Nagkakaintindihan. And I think importante, especially in professional League of Legends, I think maybe yun yung pwedeng gamitin X factor ng AEX if they want to overcome MSK today.
And let's look at the schedule to see what's in store for our viewers for today. Like, as Chisto mentioned, it's going to be the first match, AEX versus MSK, followed by Naga Esports versus Infused Esports.
Yeah, and I'm excited for that as well, of course. Quick recap nga ng nangyari last week for Naga. Unfortunately, they were beaten by AEX, and hopefully this week kaya nila mag-bounce back.
And let's hope that the teams can bounce back. And I think you guys saw the post of our Facebook page where we were mentioning the winners of the Thrill of the Hunt, followed by our other promos. And let's see, will your luck be good for the first match? Stay tuned for our promos. Again, if you are not yet familiar with the mechanics, as soon as there's a triple kill or a quadra kill or pentakill, there'll be a promo to show. But let's see the matchup rundown. Acclaim Empire X is on the blue side, versus Mineski on the red side.
Yeah, and one big difference here for both teams, they actually brought in subs. For AEX, their sub is not Kurosu, it is Dodoy. And for Mineski, it's actually their sub, James, playing the mid lane, so no EXO for this game.
And as we did mention in the second week of the PGS, when James did debut his pro career as the mid laner for Mineski for the first time ever, I gotta say, he's doing a pretty good job. It's the fact that he's very, flexible. What do you think, Tristan?
I think adaptability would be a great term to describe James because like we saw last week, he was able to play mid, he was able to play top. Even though they didn't win the top lane game, I think his performance was still great. And I think adaptability is one of the best things na meron ka if you want to be a pro player.
And if you do, what if though you can't adapt to the changes coming into the meta? Will that really ruin your chances of becoming pro?
It will ruin, it will affect, it will hinder you because especially in League of Legends, the game always evolving, patches here and there, what's OP, what's not OP. If you're not able to play to what's strong, I think it definitely hinders your chances of winning and yeah, like I said, going pro.
So let's get straight to our matchup here, Mineski versus AEX. So far, Mineski again having 2 imports, but let's not forget that Tamzu, the representative of the GPL All-Star, having international experience himself, I think when it comes to competing with Jun in the jungle for Mineski, he is an import. I don't think Tamzu is a stranger coming into, facing off against international talents.
Yeah, like you mentioned, he is GPL All-Star. So, international competition, hindi na mape-pressure si Tamsu dyan. Alam na niya yung pakiramdam. It's just a normal League of Legends game.
Wow, what a statement there. And yeah, I gotta hand it to Tamsu because getting into the GPL All-Star, being voted, and then playing in the international scene, it's a really different experience. And I think, and I hope that he took some knowledge, brought it back to his home, and then shared it with his teammates. And for now, AEX, let's see how they will draft for their first game.
Yeah, but of course, to all the viewers out there, we are on patch 8.2. The strong stuff still, Nunu, very, very strong jungler. Unsealed Spellbook, sobrang popular in around the world competitively because it just gives you so much options. But looking at both these teams, we always have to point out na may style ang AEX. Sila yung nagbe-bring out ng mga unorthodox picks na talagang can throw meta people off their guard. And now let's see what AEX will jump on. I think Sejuani is still up and she's a pretty strong jungler at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised if AEX picked up Sejuani here.
Yes, that is available, and will we see AEX pick up one of the safest junglers? No, not the safest. One of the highest win rate junglers? Is that the
I'd say reliable.
Reliable. There we go. Reliable jungler.
And just like that.
And just like that, as Chiso said, it would be the Sejuani jungle for AEX. But looking at the bans of AEX, look at that. Respect towards Jun on his Shyvana.
Yeah, of course. I think on 8.2, Shyvana is still a very strong jungler kasi nga, she can farm a lot, but woo, Camille.
Come on. Okay, Chiso, tell me right now, why are the players picking this, and why is this why is the drafting phase going in like this?
What do you mean?
Why is there Camille and then why is there Galio? What is Mineski aiming for in this composition?
Actually, since Mineski banned out the Jarvan, alam natin sobrang popular ng Jarvan-Galio combo. This Camille-Galio works the same way, where nakakulong sila and then you just ult on Camille and then Galio knocks them all up. It's a very effective way to engage and very reliable as well from Mineski, and I think this is a solid first 2 picks.
That's a very solid first. Yeah, I gotta agree there. And for them to remove the Jarvan and now AEX getting the Varus. Now let's see what will be their final pick. But for Mineski, could this be a jungle Camille that is popular in the international scene? And seeing how Jun is from Korea and he has international talent,
yeah,
he may use the jungle Camille.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jun on this jungle, but with the Kha'Zix hover, if this Kha'Zix is locked in, it is locked in, that will mean that Kaigo will be playing the top lane Camille.
Interesting.
But still, the Kha'Zix is very good kasi he can also dive. And that will help Galio access into the backline. But the response from AEX, they see the dive options from Mineski. They've responded with a Taric. And that means if Mineski goes for a dive, the Taric can protect them with his Cosmic Radiance, add that few seconds of invulnerability. And if Mineski misses their initial engage, that means AEX can immediately go for a re-engage after the Taric ult is timed out and possibly turn around the fight.
What a great draft coming from Mineski. But AEX, they're doing also a pretty good job trying to counter it. They have the Sejuani for the Glacial Prison. if things go really south for them. And the Cosmic Radiance, yes, it's there. But isn't timing everything for AEX? It's very delicate.
Yeah, you need to time everything. You need to time your viruses, Giovanni. You need to land these as well. And if you're MSK, you're definitely waiting. Inaantay mo na mag-ulti yung Taric, and then once you see it come out,
look at that, Shen.
I think that's gonna go support for TG definitely. But looking at this lineup from Mineski, all of these champions around the Galio can enable him to get to the backline. That's the most important thing that I see. Kha'Zix, Shen, Camille, all of these can dive all the way into AEX, and that'll just mean Hamis will have a way to possibly get in and knock the people up.
I mean, judging by Mineski's draft right now, you can expect that the game would be very explosive. Lots of engages on Mineski's side. But for AEX, they'll be going more on defensive. They have the Sejuani and again the Taric. But to sum the drafting for AEX, they will be finishing it off with Vladimir in the mid lane against the Galio in the mid lane. And that's going to be, Ezreal ABC on patch 8.2. How do you feel about that, Tuesday?
I think Ezreal right now is fine since Kog'Maw was banned. I think Kog'Maw was the strongest AD carry on patch 8.2, but AEX did deny that. And with them picking up Varus as well, I think Ezreal is the safest pick that Mineski could pick up here.
And for Mineski to ban out the Corki and Ryze, I wonder why they're removing this, because it's the Galio in the mid lane?
Yeah,
so they're really trying to make Hamis lane very safe, very comfortable for him.
I mean,
to
he's
shine.
already safe on Galio,
Yeah.
but if you lane him versus a Corki and Ryze, that will mean that Galio has practically no kill pressure on his champions. And if Awaken was able to pick up either Corki or Ryze, he would just have a free lane to farm. So smartly enough, Mineski ban it away. But it's still a Vladimir here.
Indeed, because when late game does happen, it's going to be a nightmare for AEX and also for Mineski. Because look at that, an Ezreal and a Camille plus a Kha'Zix. More pickups there. But I think this is it for our drafting phase. We'll be loading up to the Rift pretty shortly after. But to our viewers out there, do you think AEX is going to win, or will it be Mineski? Just chat in the YouTube chat. How do you feel about the teams? Hashtag AEX win, or will it be hashtag Mineski win?
Yeah, and looking at these comps, man, sobrang excited daw makita yung 5v5 team fights. Especially from AEX.
Oh.
Sobrang laki ng AoE, sobrang daming damage yan. And if you're Mineski, so many options to dive.
It's gonna be explosive, and I hope that we can catch all the action and show to our viewers that this is going to be a rather explosive game. But when it comes to early phases, I won't be surprised if it was a bit slow-paced. But here are the player cards. This is the summary of our first game of match 1. I'm pretty excited to see how things will pan out, especially Hamis. This is his second time playing in the mid lane.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be able to imitate his performance. He did win on that Corki back in week 2. So maybe this is the new flavor that Mineski wants to go with. Maybe si Hamis na yung maging mid laner nila. Who knows?
And not just that, for AEX's support, this is his first time playing in the PGS. It is their sub. But let's see how both of these teams will perform once we get on to the Rift. Here we are. This is a game out of match 1, Mineski versus AEX. I'm pretty much excited to see how the Pride of Iloilo will fight against a big team like Mineski. 2 imports. But let's hope that Tamsu can bring something fresh to his team, knowing that he does have international experience.
Yan, gaya nga na sinabi natin, GPL All-Star to, si Tamsu. So, hindi siya alien, hindi siya stranger. Diyan sa international competition. Alam na niya kung anong pakiramdam na hindi Pinoy yung kalaban.
That's a really good statement you put out there, Chisto.
Yeah, that's the only way you could put it. That's the simplest way na kaya mong i-explain yun.
Okay, let's see. AEX on the blue side again versus Mineski on the red side. You do see that Tamsu is waiting in the brushes. And there's that ward. Is that important, Chisto? That deep ward in the blue
That's
side?
very, very important. Kasi that gives Jun more information. And as a jungler, during the first 5 minutes, it's very critical na alam mo kung nasan yung kalaban na jungler, because if you know where he starts, as a jungler yourself, you'd probably predict as well kung saan siya mag-end up. And if you're able to relay that information to your team, matutulungan mo sila sa laning nila na parang, oy, wag ka munang mag-push dyan, baka mag-gank kayo. Pwede mo lang sabihin naman, but just like that, yeah.
And for Jun, playing on this cast, he can easily counter jungle, counter gank, because judging by how Jun played in the previous weeks, ang galing siya mag-counter gank. Tapos, he's also really good at invading and catching the jungler by surprise. But Tamsu, he's on Sejuani. Safe jungler. Reliable jungler.
Yeah, and I really like yung point mo about Jun invading because it's very critical that Tamsu gets his level 6 because that's the largest tool that Sejuani has to pull off these ganks at Glacial Prison. And if Jun is able to delay that for as long as he can by counter jungling and stealing away camps, that's gonna be a very big win for Mineski's early game, and just like that, alam niya kung nasan si Tamsu.
So on the blue side, and you can see the map right there, guys, that Jun and Tamsu, they're kind of mirroring each other, maybe going for the top lane gank. Who knows?
Yeah, and I think top lane is very important, very crucial for both teams here because
Let's go for that taunt. If that had landed, that called for, I mean, that would have been at least one summoner burn for the Varus.
yeah, probably one summoner. Tark is there though, may heal siya, so Varus will be fine.
Grabe si TG, he's such an aggressive jungler, and it does pair well with Gary.
Support.
Sorry, support. And does pair well with Gary being his also an aggressive ADC.
Yeah, and that's, I think, one of the key factors for Mineski here. Since their bot lane plays aggressive, I think it's up to Jun to really wait for the ganks to come in because they're always pushed up. And if you're always pushed up, then that basically invites the enemy jungler to come gank you. And it's very critical that you know how to position yourself in an area to counter gank.
Oh, look at the minimap here. Jun and Tamsu. Gonna meet Ice there. There's the first attack there. There's the isolated damage on the Tamsu. Very low. Misses the Q. That's gonna be Jun backing away. Still, Hamas is there for the assistance. Could this be a standoff? I don't think Mineski are willing to commit. There is that blind spot. Tamsu does not see it. Now they see it here. Taunt. Flash if was available. Hamas could have went in with a flash, but they will not commit anymore. But still, Jun trying his best to pressure Tamsu in his Raptor camp, but immediately changes it, might go towards Awaken.
Kita mo, yun yung international experience si Tamsu. Alam niya nagtatago sila dun eh, so hindi siya umabante ng todo. Yeah,
it's
diba?
really good. And without experience, I think for Jun in the bot lane, that's gonna be taught. Engage on the TG. Ignite is there. Flash again. Now leaving Gary alone. He does shift away. And that's gonna be one summoner's burn. Two summoners for Mineski.
Alam mo na gusto ko dun? Sabay silang tatlo lahat ng flash.
Oh,
Parang alam na alam nila kung ano yung mangyari. And even with that, we mentioned na sobrang aggressive mag-lane ng bot lane ng Mineski. Na-punish sila ng AEX by turning it around. So that's great play from AEX's bot lane.
And not just that, also from the jungle side of Tamsu. Way to go for him to really show some patience and a bit holding back that. Let's not risk too much. I mean, this is the first minute of the game. Thought will connect. That's Gary gonna deal damage there. Ignite! Wow, that's such an easy kill for Mineski. Immediately getting the first blood.
Yeah, actually nagulat ako na sobrang taas ng burst na nanggaling na sa Ezreal, especially this early into the game where you just have your Torrent's item, and I think Genvi right there, he just walked up too far, just in range for TG to land the taunt. And with the Shen running Ignite, there's really no way that Taric and Varus can heal through that.
And with that first blood, immediately Gary will be picking up the tier and one long sword. Great bonus. And he's running the Kleptomancy, so bonus for him again.
Yeah, but look at the mid lane here. I think for this mid lane matchup, it will be the Galio pushing and Awaken over and over. Where mag-aantay lang talaga si Awaken na magkaroon ng team fight. And that's where we can really feel how big of an impact this Vladimir can provide. Because if you look at AX's comp, it relies a lot on those 5v5 team fights, not really in laning.
Yeah, you gotta wait for those level 6 to happen for Mineski. If that happens, explosive team fights is gonna happen around the map. And judging by it, right now they're level 5 and the Shen is just level 4. Just wait up for this level 6.
And you mentioned level 6s. Look at Mineski. They have Galio, Global Ultimate. They have Shen, Global Ultimate. If you try to make a play for a side lane, Galio or Shen can just come in there and immediately shut down what you want to do. Haharangan ka lang nila.
So what can AEX do? Maybe just respect that level 6 and not overcommit here. Flash was used. There's gonna be that level 6 Galio. Here it comes. Here's entrance. He does not get knocked up. He does have the flash. Escapes. The taunt will connect. And Hamas will be getting the kill taunt cannon.
Kakasabi lang natin, di ba? Pag nag-level 6 yung Mineski, ganun yung makikita mo. And, di ba, like in Pick and Ban, like I mentioned, the Jarvan Galio works the same way as Camille and Galio.
TG getting punished for his aggressiveness. Low on health. Will he die, though? Close call for TG. Now Gary will be the one to scare away AEX, especially Gen V1, not Varus.
Yeah, but I think they're fine. But looking back, top lane gank,
Yeah,
diba?
I gotta say, level 6, Galio.
Level 6 lang nung
Galio's
Galio.
entrance.
Immediately may impact na siya sa map. And just like that, the punish si Cannon,
Impact.
yeah, it has an impact.
Go ahead.
Because, like I mentioned, it works the same way as Jarvan Galio. Nakakulong ka dun sa Hextech Ultimatum and there's really no getting out. There's really no getting out.
And for that was a great play, great teamwork by Mineski, getting them to kill scarf 0-2. Let's see, can AEX try and get a few kills for themselves, or will they play it safely? Because it's so hard to respond to a level 6 from Mineski.
They do have a window though, but Jun is in trouble.
Jun's in trouble. He does get the permafrost last stack. He won't come in anymore. Times to try to back away. Low on health, low on mana. Rejoins with Dodoy. But that's going to be Gary with the essence shifts in. Little skull for Tamzu. Low on health. And the last hit. Gary takes out Tamzu.
Oh, can he get more though? I don't think so. But akala ko si Jun yung in trouble though, but more fighting.
Oh, look at that. Awaken versus Galio. Here comes the Camille. Kaigo immediately Awaken. Uses the Sanguine Pull. Goes under. So for Kaigo, great response in the mid lane. No kill will be answered, but at least there's that pressure.
Yeah, pero akala ko si Jun yung nahuli doon. Yun pala si Tamsu yung nahuli, but
What happened?
it was just the isolation damage from Kha'Zix, man. He just deals so much damage 1v1.
Oh, and he gave the red buff to Gary.
That's not very fun. Especially versus Ezreal, where he can constantly proc it to you.
Oh,
Susunugin ka
God.
lang niya paulit-ulit.
That's gonna be a bad time for Genvi. A red buff Ezreal with Klepto. You're not,
Definitely a bad time.
and with Tyr, he's not gonna go home. He's just gonna burn you alive.
Yeah, pero one of the biggest things dun sa-
Connects, counters with a stun. TG tanking it all. Just trade-offs here, but at least they have Derek with the heal.
Yeah, pero I want to point out, one of the biggest things na nangyari dun sa bot lane skirmish around Dragon Pit, nung namatay si Tamsu, it means na delay lalo yung level 6 niya. Kaka-level 6 lang niya ngayon, and we mentioned Tamsu, he has to make an impact with his glacial presence. As we see a bit of trading in the bot lane,
But
I don't
great-
think may mangyari.
Yeah, great use of the Spirit's Refuge there to deny damage. So, gotta hand it to DG. He really knows how to use that Spirit's Refuge to deny so much damage from the Varus. And now, being not yet level 6, but closing on to level 6, he will be super impactful when it comes to the global ultimates.
I think alam ni Kaigo to. Yeah, I think alam ni
Sixth
Kaigo.
Sense, Sixth Sense, Third Eye.
International experience din.
Definitely.
Talagang malalaman nila eh. Parang titingin ka lang sa minimap mo, bibilangin mo kung ilan yung kalaban nakita mo. Kunyari, dalawa lang.
But here comes the respawn. Hero's entrance is there. That's going to be 3 members immediately responding onto the top side. Teleport will come in. Can Awaken change the flow of the fight here? Hammond's trying to dodge the permafrost. That's going to be Kaigo re-engaging. That's going to be Awaken trying to scare them away. And level 6 onto TG with the Stand United immediately. Does flash over that wall. Awaken will make it out alive. But will Tamsu... Will be the same for Tamsin though. Okay, he does make it out alive, but look at that. Immediately, 4 members of Mineski on the top side.
Like, kulang lang yung range to flash taunt ni TG doon. I think Awaken would have still gotten away, but looking at the play AEX tried to make, I think they were disrespecting the fact that Mineski had these global ultimates. Pumasok si James, pumasok si TG. So much global pressure from Mineski. There's really not that big of a window that you can play around if you're AEX.
Yeah, you really have to respect the fact that Mineski has this global pressure. I mean, Galio, Shen, not just that, the teleport. And for AEX side, Cannon does have the unsealed spellbook onto teleport, but is that the same thing? Because Vladimir with the unsealed spellbook is strong, but can they make it work? It's just worried for AEX. What can he do, Chisto?
I think if you're AEX, right now you're behind, you're just gonna try and prevent more of these global ultimates from punishing. Right now they have a window while these ults are on cooldown, but given that they're this behind this early, it's gonna be very hard for them to actually pick up kills onto the members of Mineski because they just won't deal damage. They don't have their damage spikes yet, and if that window closes where nag-cooldown na yung mga ultimate ni Galio, ni Shen, there's really not much that AEX can do.
And for AEX, they have to wait it out. Wait for Awaken, wait for the Vladimir to scale up to the late game. And so far, Awaken's doing a really good job just controlling the lane. It's not much of a kill, let's say, kill pressure onto Galio. It's really hard to kill a Galio, especially when you're a Vladimir.
Yeah, especially kung magic damage ka. Parang ang hirap-hirap patayin ng Galio. Parang tinatry mo magbura ng di naman nakasulat. It's just very, very difficult to pull off.
So let's hope that Awaken does pull it off for his team in this first game. And so far, kill score 0-4. We're seeing Tamzu in the bot side.
I think Mineski do know this.
And also TG is standing there with the control ward.
You know, it's actually very hard to gank the bot lane of Mineski.
Very hard. You have a Shen and an Ezreal.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal practically has two flashes. So it's very, very difficult. And if you're AEX right now, you're just being choked out of your options. Mineski isn't giving them any windows to let them get back into this game. But this is just game 1. I think AEX can still adjust. Let's see how long they can hold out, though.
They really have that small window, as you said, for the global ultimates on cooldown. But AEX also has the Cosmic Radiance on their side. It's more about timing for AEX.
We haven't seen them use it, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't have the numbers advantage to use it because most of the clash, if you saw, it's happening in the top lane where Tarek is not there.
Mineski understands that. They know that the Tarek ultimate could be the saving grace for AEX. Kaso hindi nila binibigyan ng
Coming
chance.
in with the Void Assault stealth mode. What a surprise for Awaken. Great pickup by Jun and Hamas having that synergy in the mid lane.
Atakin ka siguro kung ginawa sa yun. Nakakagulat yun, pero look at the damage.
First turret at stake here. Tamzu trying to block some damage. That's going to be 2 members of... Wow, Mineski not scared at all. Punishing Tamzu for intervening in the mid lane.
Yeah, I don't think Tamzu had any business
First
to be there. I mean, he only has Cinderhulk. He doesn't have any armor, no magic, it's just HP, and Jun will burn through that.
Okay, this is bad news because first turret was in the mid lane. Mineski can rotate to the bot lane. We're seeing Hamas and Jun responding, but the ultimate is not yet ready. It is up for Hamas. They might be just waiting it out, but seeing how AEX, as you said, Cosmic Radiance for the saving grace, won't try and commit.
Yeah, but kahit, even if Awaken goes for a play there, there's always that threat of the Galio coming in.
Awaken there. They've seen. Go in
comes
all
Galio.
out. Furious Entrance is coming in. There's the Cosmic Radiance. Just in time. 2 teleports channeling through. TG pops the stasis. Awaken will be killing him up, but at the expense of his flash. Now it's on to Gary. He does flash away from danger. Now Cannon is here. 2 members of Mineski backing away. Immediately, 5 members of AEX responds to Mineski's global ult.
Okay, si TG pa lang yun. That's just the support from Mineski. I don't think AEX will be able to brute force anything here. They burned a lot. They were able to pick up their first kill. Pero ang critical thing is, hindi nila na-translate yun into any objectives. But that was a good sign from AEX. They were able to turn it around even though there was the global pressure.
So let's see. Could this be the turning point for AEX? Because 1 kill for the Vladimir could really change something. Because at this point, they just need to put all their money, invest everything onto Awaken. Or let's say...
Kailangan nilang gisingin si Awaken. They really need to wake him up. Bigyan nilang kape, bigyan nilang pandesal, mga bagay na ganun. Buhatin mo kami ganun.
Actually, that is the right way to say it. But yeah.
You need to wake up right, man. I mean,
Wake
alam mo
up or get fed. Choose.
Both. Both, really. I mean, gusto ko ba pagka gising mo walang almusal?
What's almost like?
It's breakfast in Philippines.
Ah.
See, you're learning. That's good.
Yay. I hope the viewers are also learning in this game, though, because judging by how Mineski is playing, I gotta say, it's very clean. Ang linis ng lolo.
It is very clean. I mean, if you took a shower with the way
Oh
that
my god,
Mineski
can you
is...
stop it with the Jones. Sending corruptions on to Gary. Great lockdown from AEX. Immediately punishes Gary. Jerry will be picking up the kill. Maybe now they can translate it to objectives.
Feeling ko caster curse yun eh. Kakasabi lang natin na sobrang clean ng laro ng Mineski and then immediately chain CC'd by AEX. Kahit Ezreal ka, I don't think makakataka siya doon.
I mean, just for
Yeah,
sure,
no,
you have
no,
the
no.
glacial presence, you have to stun. You're not getting anywhere. So AEX, they'll be getting the outer bot lane turret. Will it be safe though? Okay, great response. Here comes Hamas with a here's entrance here. 3-man knockoff. Here comes the heal from the Tarek. Pops the stasis. June is coming in. He is going to clean things up here. Immediately goes to Tamzu. 2-shot barrage will be there. Tamzu does get away with the Arctic Assault, but June will be catching him off guard. Next is Genvi, but Hamas will be punishing him on the floor.
Yeah, and Awaken not there in time to respond, and yun yung strength ng globals ng Mineski. We saw the hero's entrance come in. Awaken, hindi pa cooldown yung teleport niya ng fight na yun. But, we're gonna see a fight in top
here
lane.
comes. Who's gonna win? Camille for the Hexa Ultimatum. That's gonna be the lockdown. I don't think Cannon will be surviving this one. Look at the damage and the Cannon animation cancellation there.
Oh, can he get... Oh,
Flash
no.
in.
Yeah, the flash will seal his fate. And if you're an AP Kennen, I don't think there's a world that you can actually duel Kaigo that long. And if there's no way that he'll be able to win a 1v1.
Awaken though, trying to go into James, forces out his flash.
Just his flash.
Just his flash, but I'm
Still
waiting.
alive though.
I'm waiting because Awaken can actually chase them all the way to the...
Will he though?
Will he? No, he does not have Ghost. He did change it to the
Kinulang,
teleport.
kinulang. I mean, gaya nga na sinabi natin, if you deal magic damage primarily, it's very hard to take down the Galio. Especially the way that James is itemized. He has the Rod of Ages already. Now he also has his Zonia's Hourglass. There's gonna be such a long time until kaya niya talagang pabagsakin yung Galio.
Yeah, this is actually a great start for MSK, channeling it through to towards the mid game. Now, can AEX try and remedy the situation? Because as far as I can see in the itemization, Awaken is not that far behind in terms of completing items because Proto Belt, Hunting Guys can get a Leandris for the Sudden Burst, and
He's still far though. Malayo pa siya.
okay.
He's definitely far from having enough damage items.
Teka. Wait, what is Jemmy doing there? Hiding in
He's
the brush.
hiding.
Wait, 1v1 Kaigo? Here comes the help from Dodoy. Misses the stun there. Immediately 3 members of MSK respond.
Nakakatakot yun para sa AEX. Akala mo 2v1 yun. That immediately so many members from MSK collapsing.
That's the that's the pressure you get for having a Shen, having a Galio.
Yeah, but nakita ng Mineski, maraming members yung AEX sa top lane. That means meron tayong libreng dragon. So wisely enough, they're gonna pick up the Mountain Drake.
This is a great start for them.
But it's actually tower lead for AEX.
Yeah, but it's the fact that Mineski is investing in the Mountain Drake. Here comes Jun. Is trying to scout out some isolated targets here. Whoa, there was a war the cannon! Did not see that coming. Jun with the assassination.
Yeah, and very unfortunate for AEX's top laner right now. Currently sitting on 0-4 and 0. He's just being destroyed really by Mineski.
Destroyed. For AEX, they will be securing the Rift Herald. Could this be a tool they can use to pressure other lanes? We'll see. We are now seeing approaching towards the 90-minute mark. The Baron will be live in 1 minute and 18 seconds. This can be the turning point if AEX can try their best.
It is very early to talk about Baron Wilder. I mean,
Okay.
it hasn't spawned
Enlighten
yet.
me.
It's still 18 minutes in the game. All of your members, they're still scaling. Even though you have the Kazakhs, you can possibly go for a play there, but that's also a window for AEX, especially meron silang Vlad. If you all clump up in the pit, the Vladimir will just be given that window na gumising. And then he's just gonna destroy you if you don't position properly and if you don't set up properly. But knowing Mineski, I know sometimes their Baron setups can be a bit shaky.
Yeah.
But I think this time they won't make that problem.
Well, we'll hope for that. But for AEX, they're hoping for that to happen because once one mistake, let's say one.
You're always hoping for your opponents to make mistakes.
Because that's the only window that AEX can try and bounce back. That's the situation because normally we see the leading team make one small mistake, especially in the Baron. They do a hiccup and then suddenly it becomes a reverse.
Yeah, pero if you're AX, you do have options to punish mistakes. You have a lot of ways to start fights. And if somebody from Mineski mispositions, that'll be the window for AX. But speaking of mispositioning, warded yung bush na yan.
They know what's up, so they don't have the element of surprise here. The Rift Herald is there to just have a distraction. Tamsu in the front.
Oh, brute force.
Hammered down mid. Rift Herald will be there, but I don't think AX can commit to this.
Parang underwhelming ng bawas ng Rift Herald.
Because, I mean, Ezreal and the Galio did a lot of damage before. And
Oh.
now, what a pickoff by Mineski. That's what they need to start the fight. Oh, wait, they don't get survived. Glacier plays for the immediate counter-attack. Here it comes. That's going to be damage reduction. Cosmic Radiance is there. And it's shot down to June. Here comes the Stand United. TJ will be shielding his allies. And now Kaigo for the flag will go to Tarek. That's going to
Genvi.
be a punishment there. Has the ultimate on to Genvi. Genvi fights back. TJ trying to back away. He does flash away. Same with Gary James. Zoning things out. Takes down Awaken. Now 3 members of AEX very low. Stun on the 2 members. But Gary reaches Dodoy.
That will end in a 2-for-2 for both teams. Pero if you're AX, sobrang swerte na nabuhay yung Tarek. If he wasn't able to ulti, there was no way that AX could have picked up those kills. So great job by AX, saving their support just in time for the Cosmic Radiance. And that's the window that Mineski has to play around. Great teamfight execution by AX. Yeah, and now, Mineski, questions are being asked. Kailangan mag-ingat sila if we go for these engages. If we aren't able to instantly burst down the Tarek, it's gonna be very dangerous for them to step forward. Because look at the turnaround. Si Jun, he was right in the middle. He was able to... he was the guy who caught the Glacial Prison. And if you are the Fed Kazakhs, you're just gonna get perma-CC'd, but let's look at this fight again. This is Mineski trying to pick up the Taric, but he survives. He survives, and with the Cosmic Radiance down, that means there's a window for AEX to start a fight that they could possibly win.
Look at that, and Kaigu with the immediate flank goes on to who? Genvi, but he survived. Look at the amount of damage Awaken did to immediately chunk down Kaigu.
Yeah, but with Awaken going down,
Grabe si James, ang sakit ng
I think AEX has to run away, and with Ezreal still being full health and everyone low, hindi matatakot si Garena mag-arcade shift in.
But now they're trying to punish out James here in the mid lane. He's trying to back away with the Justice Punch, but he will not make it out alive. That's going to be AEX taking down James. Couldn't they commit? Can they do a tower dive? No. They will instead go for the turrets, go for a safer play. That's going to be Gary trying to clear out the waves, but AEX will be continuing to push this mid lane.
Okay, wala si Galio sama. What does that mean for AEX? Wala si James.
Running down mid.
Walang hero's entrance. So if you're Mineski, they need to defend. Are AEX gonna go for Baron?
Baron! Let's see. Oh god, this is
Kaigo does have teleport.
Kaigo does not has teleport, yes. And Jun is already there.
Jun doesn't have smite.
Okay, let's see it. Jun going in, but that's Cannon immediately zoning out 3 members of Mineski. Stun will connect onto TG. He has to refuge to deny some damage, but don't worry, will be killing off TG. That's gonna be AEX baiting in Mineski and immediately punishes them without the numbers advantage, and we see Kaigo in the bot lane trying to clear out the waves here, but Cannon immediately teleports in, saving the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, I think kahit na AEX yung nakakuha ng kill dun, I think that's still a big win for Mineski because they were able to stop the Baron in a 4v5 situation.
Great job.
They saved the teleport as well from Kaigo, so knowing that they were able to stop the Baron just at the price of TG's life, I think that's a big win in a trade for Mineski in the long run.
So, kill score 7-13. Gold lead, let's check it out here. That's just going to be 5,000. 5,000 short, who knows. And for a 5,000 gold lead for Mineski, it's still manageable for AEX. Let's look at Awaken's items. Has the Leander's Torment, has the Proto Belt, and the Blasting Wand. He can go for, let's say, a Void Staff if he wants to.
He can.
For the Galio, maybe.
He can, or he can also go Death Cap. He can. I mean,
go big, go home.
Yeah, go big or go home, man. You gotta go all in. I mean, yung tagline ng pro gaming, it's all or nothing.
And let's see for AEX, can they try and go all in on this game? Because for the Baron, Mineski is doing a great job by controlling the vision here. But at this point, Mineski only has the Ezreal for the damage.
Yeah. They do have Jun as well if they want to deal damage. But looking at the focus that AEX gives, once they see the Kazakhs, all of the CC immediately gets layered on him. So he really has to bide his time. He has to look for those windows na kaya mag-clean up ng Kazakhs. But right now, Mineski, they're starting the Ocean Drake. I don't think AEX would be very...
Si Tamzo, he's sitting at the edge.
Nah.
He's not gonna do it. It's too risky. The Baron is up right now, so Tamzo cannot afford to do a very risky play just for an Ocean Drake.
Yeah, actually, kahit sino at this stage in the game, I think Baron would be a definite turning point.
So let's see. Will the Baron be contested again? Or maybe another dance here? But for the members of AEX, how can you say about their itemization? Can they really come back to this game?
I think they can.
He's doing a really good job here, controlling the Baron, controlling the Drakes.
It becomes a question of kaya ba ni Awaken dumating dun sa backline ng Mineski? Kaya ba niyang patayin si Garen?
Yeah, that's a Vladimir right there. Okay.
It's just vision.
Yeah.
Papatay namin yung Yeah.
I think that's how you have to control the Baron pit. But let's see. AEX will just be scouting at the Baron side. There is one control ward placed there. Jun goes in for the Void Assault. Passive. Ooh! The brush saved Tamzo's life there. No more chunk for him. But Tamzo, fearless, will be clearing out the vision.
I mean, he's gotten pretty tanky now. He has the Warmog's armor. Even if you chunk him out of combat, he's going to regen very quickly. But he's in a tough spot here. He needs to be very careful.
He's not scared at all, but meanwhile in the bot lane, Kaigo trying to be his best to pressure the lanes here with that closer. Kaigo trying to get away from Awaken. One more hit here, but teleport for the immediate response. Hammers is there for the save.
Yeah, that is a teleport burn though for Awaken's flash. Pero if you look at the bigger picture, now that Awaken doesn't have his flash, it means that he has less options to dive onto the backline of Mineski because gaya nga na sinabi natin, if Gary dies on this Ezreal, there will be a severe lack of damage coming from Mineski's comp, where if you're AX, you have damage options. You have the Kennen, you have the Vladimir, you have the Varus. So
Wow,
it's
look.
very critical that
Yeah.
Ezreal doesn't die.
Yep, and also for James, he has a death cap.
Yeah, diba? All or nothing.
All or nothing right now for James, and for Awaken, he's trying to go for, yes, Void Staff, all or nothing again. So Kaigo in the bot lane, trying his best to pressure that bot lane. But we see Awaken responding there. Immediately for AEX, this is a tough spot. Can they defend this
Oh.
phase here? Cannon
Tignan
waiting
si
on the
Cannon.
side here.
Meron siyang flash.
Gonna try and proto belt. Let's see, will this be a dive by Cannon? Taking back, you have the Cosmic Radiance, and that's gonna be Awakened, battling out Kaigo.
Oh, sobrang intense ito.
Oh my god, they're being pressured here. What's gonna happen?
Jellyfish
June.
chunk though.
Yes, and let's see, 4 members of Mineski still trying their best here. Cannon going in with a slicing maelstrom. Will this be the turn for AEX? There's the Cosmic Radiance channeling in. Will not buy them enough time. What a waste of the Cosmic Radiance. Now Mineski punishes AEX, taking down their inhibitor turret. But Kaigo gets the save with a Hero's Entrance, gets in and out of the fight. Time to chasing him down and leaving his teammate behind. But TG will be there to zone his team.
Yeah, even with that fight happening, I think it will be Mineski picking up the objectives afterwards. There are
Oh, time to again for the flank here. Glacier Prism will not connect onto Gary. He does kite away from it. He has the heal. That's going to be the stun onto TG. He's very low. Will he go down there? That's the Permafrost. Awaken takes down TG. Now the chase is on for AEX. They manage to defend their base.
Oh yeah, AEX, they're holding on here. Gary, he has super low, just enough mana.
To get over that wall.
Oh, I thought he was out, but just enough.
But he also had the flash as a safety.
Oh, look at this, AEX Baron!
Oh god, let's see. Teleport is available for Kaigo. 7 seconds left on his death timer. TG does not have to stand united. This will be a 4v5 Baron.
Can Jun go for a steal?
Oh, Tamzu denying that blast cone. Gary trying his best, but he's kind of low on mana. Cannon is very low. They have to heal from the turret.
50-50 pa rin to.
Okay, Kaigo with the teleport codes in. 4 members. Cosmic Radiance. Lone Star will connect. Kaigo takes that cannon. The Baron will be going to Mineski. Mineski turns that Baron pit around. Double kill.
Yeah, and AEX, kinulang sila ng damage. They weren't able to burst down the Baron fast enough. And Mineski, they had enough time to respond, and rightly so. They pick up all the kills. They pick up the Baron, and I think this will mean they are going to be able to pick up the first game.
Man, that Baron contest by AEX was risky. But in the end,
All or
Mineski,
nothing, man.
All or nothing. But Mineski in the end, with the response, with the Galio and the Camille, managed to snag this game.
Yeah, and I think that's just such a huge gamble, and a gamble did not pay off. It will cost AEX the first game, but of course, Vulcan, para sa mga nanonood as well, this is a best of 3. So, AEX, they have a chance to get more points, but right now, game 1, the victors are Mineski.
GG, well played by both teams here, but the victory goes to Mineski. Great gameplay there. I mean, close call for AEX too. They had what it takes to come back to this game.
They had their moments.
They had their moments. What lacked?
I think it's just they didn't have enough time to scale, because they did have their moments, but given that Mineski won early game so hard, there's really not much AEX can do to counter it, because their comp relies on them scaling to the late game. They need those team fight wins. And Mineski, the first 10 minutes went all in the favor of Mineski, and that just played their win conditions better.
And there you guys have it. That has been the first game of our first match. And I gotta say for Mineski, great job again. And this is why we keep saying that they're, as you said, they're one of the stronger teams going into this PGS. Despite, giving up one game, they're still considered the top.
Yeah, one more thing that I want to point out, even though AEX did drop that game, it shows you they can still match up to Mineski even in a position where they are behind. We saw AEX's teamfight execution. They can still out-teamfight Mineski even though they're behind like 5k gold, even in levels and items. So that's a great sign if you're AEX. But this is a best of 3. So they have possibly two more games if they want to pick up the 2-1 here. Let's see though. How will this turn out?
Let's see though. Can AEX bounce back from this difficulty in the next game? But what went wrong for AEX? What can they learn from this first game?
I think looking at the jungle matchup, diba sinabi natin sobrang critical yung ganking level 6 as well ni Tamsu, but with the counter jungling coming from Jun's Kha'Zix, na-delay ng sobra yung kailangan ng AEX na jungle pressure. They didn't have the Glacial Prison available till around 8 minutes, so that means there was no real gank pressure onto Mineski until that was up. And when he did get his ultimate, the globals from Mineski punished them so hard. Nakita natin yung Shen, nakita natin yung Galio. We saw how they use these global ultimates to really turn around most of the engages coming from AEX.
So with that said, we'll be going into a short break, continuing on to Game 2 of AEX versus Mineski. We've been the Shotcasters. My name is Vulcan. With me was Chisto. See you after the short break.
Oh, but
here comes the respawn. Heroes entrance is there. That's gonna be 3 members immediately responding onto the top side. Teleport will come in. Can Awaken change the flow of the fight here? Ham is trying to dodge the Burrow Cross. That's gonna be kind of engaging. That's gonna be Awaken trying to scare them away. And level 6 on the TG with the standing 9 immediately. Just smash over that wall. Awaken will make it out alive. Heroes entrance is coming in. There's the Cosmic Radiance just in time. 2 teleports channeling through. TG pumps the station. Awaken will be killing him off, but expendable smash now it's on to Gary. He does flash away. Now Cannon is here. Okay, here's the front. Here comes Hammond with a here's address here. 3-man knockoff. Here comes the heal from the Gary from the station. June is coming in. He is going to clean things up. He immediately goes to Tamsu. Two shot barrage will be there. Tamsu does get away with the Arctic assault, but June will be catching off guard. Next is Genvi, but Hammond will be punishing him. Always the donor gets survived. Glacier Bridge before the immediate counter attack. Here it comes. That's going to make damage reduction. Cosmic Radiance is there. And it's shot down to June. Here comes the Standing 9 and TQ will be shielding his allies. And now Kaigo for the flag will go to Tarek. That's going to be a punishment there. Has the ultimate on to Genvi. Genvi fights back. TQ turns back away. He does flash away. Same with Gary Hammond. Zoning things out. Takes down Awaken. Now 3 members of AEX very low. Stun on the 2 members. But Gary reaches with a slashing Maelstrom. Will be going to turn for AEX. There's the Cosmic Radiance channeling in. Will not buy them enough time. What a waste of the Cosmic Radiance. Now Mineski punishes AEX. Taking down there. Inhibitor turn, but Kaigo gets the save with a hero's edges, gets in and out of the fight. Time to chase him down and leaving his teammates behind, but CG will be there. Good teleport goes in. 4 members, Cosmic Radiance, Lone Star will go next. Kaigo takes that cannon. The Baron will be going to Mineski. Mineski turns that Baron bit around.
Gamble did not pay up. Still cost AEX the first game, but of course, para sa mga nanonood as well, this is a best of 3. So, AEX, they have a chance to get more points, but right now, game 1, the victors are the next.
GG, well played by both teams here, but the victory goes to